was one word Einstein is a scientist. If I combine the whole thing into one mind map, this is how it would look. Right? As a child, at school, as a scientist, and his personal life. You all would have drawn with many branches, many primary branches, which is, that's what, like I said before, which is not, this is not to show what is the correct way of writing it or doing it. Whatever branches you identify, you ensure that all the keywords are captured. As long as you're capturing all the keywords, you are able to bring back the essence of that entire, the 3-4 paragraphs that were given to you, the purpose is served. Whatever are the words which will communicate impact. So like I was just mentioning to them, hare and tortoise story, I asked her to tell it, right? So what are the key words in that hare and tortoise story? What happens in the hare and tortoise story? There's one hare, there's one tortoise. Both of them get into a race. So race is the keyword there. So hare starts off, hare goes very fast. So hare and fast are your keywords there. Tortoise comes slowly behind. There's a lot of gap between the hare and tortoise. So hare thinks it will rest for some time. So the hare takes rest. So hare and rest there are again your keywords. Keywords are all those words which will help you build the entire story again. Which are important in that entire paragraph. Remember, our brain remembers words. It doesn't remember sentences. Right? So we're trying to identify all the keywords with which we want to remember the entire story. So in a story, typically, or in a story or a newspaper article that you read, when you want to discuss about it with your friends, it's only the key things that you remember. You don't, verbatim, you don't repeat the entire article. It's the keywords which help you build the entire image. Those set of words are your keywords. So whenever you read, you might identify only 15 keywords. I might identify 21. Somebody else might identify 35 words as a keywords. It's to each individual. But you should have those bare minimum number of words which will help anybody look at your mind map and comprehend the entire passage.
Family Day project management activity, and keeping in mind all the main threads of it, we have broken down these activities into separate parts. First comes the scope, inside which we have kept 3 main threads like budget. Inside that, the budget is moving across to cost and people. So cost is 20 lakhs and people is 500. Then scope is going across employees and guests. Then inside employees there are like dependents, young and old, and guest would be as mentioned in entry of the town. And next is the timelines for it. So the month of November is going forward for the main event, that will be in a public holiday day from 8 to 5. And the month of October is kept for the planning for the entire event, that is procurement, planning and communications. Then next thread is cost. The entire cost is 20 lakhs, out of which some will be spent for services and rest will be spent for the events and logistics of each, that is 500 each. 500 people, each will be given 4,000. That 4,000 will be broken down for vehicles, food, entertainment, then medical services. Then next is quality. Quality again is broken down into entertainment, quality seating, venue accessibility, location, food and transportation. Any questions till now? Please. Then the risk is risk which we have considered is power failure, transport availability, space availability, then availability of resources for who are managing the event, then people availability, nobody turns up, then emergency is there, medical emergency, security, any disaster if occurs. Then then inside resource there is human resource. Human resource required for coordinating the entire event. Volunteers required for each and every group. Then logistics for pick and drop, event management who will be doing the invite content drafting and events inside that games and music. Administration will be taking care of catering and location finalizing, and account keeping to have a check on the cost and everything. Then inside communication there is advertisements which will be either by email or prints, that is billboards and pamphlets. Again publicity, then invites sending to employees, guests of honor. Then afterwards someone to capture the response as well, like yes or no. And next is procurement. Procurement will be considering procurement of services. Services will be finalizing the security services, catering, transport and event management group. Then procurement of gifts for all the entertainment part. Then integration has one type called coordination. Coordination will have all these services coordination, event administration, security, account keeping and
So introducing the entire team: Domesh, Anit, Shekhar, and Manju. So
basic it starts from activities, like what kind of activities we will be having in this family day out. So activities would be like games, and games are further divided, like cricket would be there, and considering various age groups that we will be having in the family outing. So there would be cricket, volleyball would be there, some of the what was this?
karaoke.
Okay, there would be some quizzes also, and further activities would be like entertainment for like there would be puppet shows, magic show for the kids, and also there would be mehndi walas for the ladies, and also other activities like tarot card readings and astronomy.
We have defined certain things called as prizes also, maybe a fancy dress competition that is happening, maybe we will be giving a prize
For the kids, or
for
probably
the kids.
some dress codes or something.
Yeah, best couple. So I mean, this all things we have included in activity. Later on, we went into the foods. Food area would have like, okay, you have a breakfast right in the beginning when we start, and then you have a lunch session, and then in the evening snacks we have. Then in foods we have veg, non-veg, and then maybe Jain food. That is how we have segregated into
Food section.
food section, and later on we are into the places, wherein like which location, how we will be accessing that place. Then we have
I mean, in place also there is a location, and then further there are concerns like